Alright, what's up people? This is SiTHFuRioN, and first off, I know probably many of you have been wondering where I've been the last couple of weeks. I've had no laptop. It died on me. I was halfway through editing episode 9 of Black Sails. Not going to say exactly at what point, but there's a scene where a certain character dies and John Silver finds it. It's just... I got to that point, it completely froze. It's not the first time, like lately my laptop's been really playing up, especially like when you like boot it up, it sounds like a jet engine is taking off in the living room. It's so fucking loud. But it basically froze, and I thought I'd just restart it, so I restarted it, and it went through like the initial like bio screen, and then when it jumps onto like the window logo, it's just black, and I couldn't hear the hard drive spinning. So my experience of like hardware, I thought, okay, probably the hard drive's fucked. So I took out the hard drive, plugged it into a docking bay, and plugged it into an older laptop, because I thought, well, if the hard drive's fine, it means that the laptop is completely buggered. So I need to sort out the laptop. At least the hard drive is okay. So it turns out that the hard drive was completely fucked. When I plugged it into the second laptop, it came up saying that I needed to reformat the hard drive to use it and everything. What really sucks, because I've lost so much shit, and sadly I didn't back up anything. Like, as far as like videos, luckily all that stuff, it was kept on an external hard drive. So episode 9 and 10 of Black Sails is safe, and one or two other things that I filmed is safe. But sadly, like in case you don't know, away from YouTube, I work as like a graphic artist. Well, that's when I can actually find work. But I do work as a graphic artist and web builder and stuff, and I've had I had so much work, and like some of it was stuff that I'd already been paid for. All I had to do was send over the final designs over to the client, and it was done, and I lost it all. So first off, there was a scramble of trying to see if I can recover any information off the hard drive, and then once it got to the point where it's like it's just no good, the hard drive is just too corrupt. So after many hours and hours of trying to recover data, I kind of had to accept the hard truth that I've lost it all and I need to start fresh. So I got a new hard drive, stuck it into the laptop, and then the laptop still wouldn't work properly. It's been just a constant nightmare. Finally, I got it up, running, like Windows 10 installed. What in itself was a nightmare. I had to install Windows 7, upgrade to Windows 8, and then go from Windows 8 to Windows 10. But when I upgraded to Windows 8, for some reason, all the drivers for the USB drive, the DVD drive, nothing was installed properly. Finally got it all up and running, and like for maybe like the last week and a half, I've been basically just recreating all the work that I've lost, because that was paid work. I've been like kind of ignoring all the emails that I've been sent and making excuses, and like, but yeah, I've had to kind of put work first, and so I've had to remake logos, send them all off, and now I'm able to start filming and start editing again. So I really appreciate you guys being patient with me, and for the lack of content. If any of you have been subscribed to me for long enough now, you will know that this has happened like like every couple of months. I seem to like disappear for a while because there's something going on. Like, I wish I could just like devote 110% of my time and energy onto creating content, because I love doing this. I generally love creating things, but it's life. There's always something, and I literally have like the worst luck in the world for stuff, man. I work hard and make 2 steps forward, and then I'll get pulled back 3. It's anyway. We're gonna get this video in. This is gonna be the 10K Q&A. Well, 11K subscriber Q&A. Apparently, over the last few weeks while I've been absent, I've gained another 1,000 subscribers. So I really do appreciate it, man. I really do. So we're gonna get a Q&A in. We're gonna do a quick little channel update as far as content. Now, as some of you may know, Stranger Things is coming back at the end of October, what I'm really looking forward to. We are definitely going to be doing reactions to it. If you've never seen my reactions to Season 1, I'll put a link in the description below to the playlist. But we're definitely going to be doing Season 2. The plan is right now, the plan is to binge watch as much as I can and then edit and get videos up every day for you guys. So as soon as it gets dropped, the day after, my reaction to episode 1 will be up. And then the day after will be episode 2, and so on and so on and so on. But that's the plan. That's the plan. So between now and then, I need to just go crazy on Black Sails, Peaky Blinders. I need to get Defenders finished off, and there's 1 or 2 other things that I'm going to be starting soon as well. Gotham should be returning as well as soon as Cookie Monster's free. But yeah, there's content coming. Like I said, episode 9 and episode 10 of Black Sails is already filmed. I've got it on an external hard drive ready to go. I just need to sit and edit it. I just need to sort out the presets and everything, because my stuff looks great, but there's a lot of work that goes into it. From color correction to chroma keying and everything, a lot of work goes into my shit. Like, I'm not too sure exactly when this video will go up, but kind of look at it like this. As soon as this video goes public, then expect regular content afterwards to be put back up onto this channel, basically. Oh, and another bit of channel update information I feel like I need to put out. The nature of reaction videos is using other people's content, okay? And it happens, you get hit with copyright claims. I've had like copyright strikes in the past from AMC, but normal copyright claims, they do suck, because I can't make any revenue off the video, but it's the nature of the beast. It's the nature of reaction videos that I'm using content, and there's a possibility that whatever company owns that content, they can claim my video. And that's fine. It's just something you gotta take. So, like for example, my Vikings videos. Every single Vikings video I've ever made has been copyright claimed by MGM. Over the last couple of weeks, every single Black Sails video that I've made has been copyright claimed as well. The first 2 episodes of Peaky Blinders have been copyright claimed. Now, if copyright claims wasn't enough to deal with, over like the last maybe like couple of days, I've had a bunch of my videos get flagged as being not advertiser friendly. Believe it or not, like, it's absolutely stupid. I don't get it. I'm always very cautious about blurring out any kind of nudity or whatever, and if there is any kind of violence, it's TV show. It's like, it's staged, it's scripted, it's not real. Like, I don't know, maybe because I do swear sometimes, like, I don't know, maybe that's the reason why my shit's getting flagged. So not only do I have to contend with copyright claims now, but like videos that aren't getting copyright claimed are getting flagged as not advertiser friendly, so I'm not making money off them either. Like, it's to the point now where like no joke, it's to the point now where I make more money via Patreon than I do from YouTube. And even still, that's not a lot. I really don't make a lot of Patreon. I think it's like $30 to $40 a month. You know what I mean? And like, don't get me wrong, I appreciate every single penny that comes through Patreon, because it's like direct from you guys. That means more to me than the money that YouTube gives me. But it's $40 a month ain't a lot, especially when you take into account how many hours I spend editing. You know what I mean? So like, I don't like talking about Patreon, because I feel like Patreon is kind of, it walks like a very thin line of begging, and I don't like that. I really don't like it. But if YouTube carries on the way that it does, with videos getting flagged and copyright claims and stuff, I think I've got no other choice but to be a little bit more dependent on Patreon, and start advertising that a bit more. And like, even though like, I don't like talking about Patreon, because it feels like it's kind of walking this line of begging. Even though there is like rewards that you guys get, and I'm looking at other channels to see what they're doing and seeing what's kind of like acceptable, because the last thing that I want to do is extort you guys for revenue, you know what I mean? So like, if they're doing something and people seem to be cool with those tiers and those prices, then I might kind of emulate it, you know what I mean? But this is kind of like a growing stage. I'm learning myself, you know what I mean? I don't have people behind the camera advising me on what to do. This is all me, you know what I mean? Like, I know many of you have been asking for full unedited reactions. Those are possible, but they are a bit awkward because my camera can only record for like 10 to 11 minutes at a time, then it cuts off. So I've got like a little timer here counting down, and when the alarm goes, I pause the show quick. I get up, restart the camera, sit back down. I rewind probably about 5-10 seconds. I press play, clap to sync up everything again because of the audio and everything, and I just carry on. So trying to sync everything up would be a bit awkward. I just need to upgrade my camera, my laptop, everything. But yeah, look, I'll see what I could do. The funny thing is though, I've had like plans to do kind of full unedited, not necessarily reactions, but like watch along videos for a while now. God, probably like for like the last year and a half, I've had this idea of where like say like I pick a movie on Netflix and it's like, okay, go on Netflix, queue up the movie, pause it 3 seconds in. I'll have my copy paused 3 seconds in, and then I'll count down 3, 2, 1, go. When I say go, you press play, I'll press play, and we'll watch it together perfectly in sync. You know what I mean? I've had plans to do like movies and everything for like a long time, and not just like movies I've never seen and create reactions, but pick like some of my favorite movies and just sit and watch them and hang out with you guys and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, if this is something you guys would actually really want, comment down below and I'll work out something, man, you know? But yeah, like I said, this is like a growing stage. I'm learning. I'm trying to become more and more comfortable with the idea of talking about Patreon, talking about different tier groups and everything. But I just would like to say quickly, thank you to everyone who is donating. I really do appreciate it. Like I probably can't really express how much it means to me. Like, even if it's just $1, like there's a few of you who's just dropping $1 a month and have been for like the last couple of months now, and I really appreciate it. I really do. Like, I know like $1 ain't a lot, but if like 500 people just donated $1, that's $500 a month. You know what I mean? Like that could go towards a new camera, and you know, it's small things, but you know, it does mean something in the long run. So I just want to say thank you to those of you who are donating. Like, I would give you guys shout outs and stuff and have your names up on the screen and stuff, but a lot of you are using like your real names, and I'm not too sure if you guys would want your names put on the screen and stuff. So for now, I just would like to say thank you. You guys know who you are. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, it's cool, man. Anyway, we're gonna move on. No more soppy shit. Let's get this Q&A on the go, man. Right then. So first question is from Robert Brathian, and he says, "Congrats on 10K. Who would you wed, bed, or Ned out of Cersei, Daenerys, or Brienne?" Okay. Well, first off, to marry, without question, Daenerys. Like, the thought of having to wake up next to her every morning, you know, I would be walking around every day with a bit of like a spring in my step. Like, hell yeah, man. As far as to bed and to Ned out, like, and I'm guessing Ned out would be the kill. See that now. See, logic would say kill Cersei because she's the bad guy, but Cersei's a bit of a freak, man. She spent the last couple of years sleeping with her brother. Like, you know she's going to be kind of freaky in the bedroom. So, I would marry Daenerys, I would bed Cersei, and I would behead, well, Ned out Brienne. I don't know, though. Like, I think Brienne would be a little bit stiff in bed. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Marry Daenerys, bed Cersei, and behead Brienne. Okay, I've noticed that there's like 1 or 2 questions where people are asking if I have a PO box. I don't have one at the moment. I have been debating it. Plus, right now, financially, I don't really have the money to set one up. So possibly next year I might set one up. But to be honest, like I know like Blind Wave and one or two other big channels, they have the mailbags and that's all great. But because my channel's so small, it just... I think it kind of comes back to like the whole Patreon thing and my pride. I think it's more, I don't know, maybe it's just my own male pride, but I feel like it's like, I've got a PO box, people, send me free shit. And I don't want to be like that. Like I said, I don't want to extort you guys for shit, you know? But comment down below, man. If you guys would like me to set one up, I'll get one set up next year, man, definitely. Alright, next question is from Max Stevens. Would you ever consider watching Fargo, the TV show? The third season has just ended and it's honestly one of the best shows I've ever seen. Season 2 is definitely the best. Funny thing about Fargo is I started it, like when season 1 first came out, I was kind of seeing someone and she used to like to watch it, so I would only watch it with her, but I didn't watch it like regularly every week, so I missed episodes and stuff. I don't know, possibly. I would definitely put Fargo on my list because it does generally seem like a cool show. I've got one or two friends who are pretty big fans of it, so you never know, man. You never know. Alright, next one is Baba the Elephant, I believe. Question, would you ever consider reacting to Spartacus or Rick and Morty? Would love to see you react to them. As far as Spartacus, I have already seen it. It is an epic show. It really is. Like season 1 and season 2 are the best. I couldn't really get into it when the new actor came in to replace, can't think of his name, but the main guy from season 1, sadly he passed away because he had cancer, and they brought in a new actor, and I just couldn't get behind him. I really couldn't. But I have seen all of Spartacus, sadly. And I think the majority of my friends have all seen it as well. So it's not like I could bring one of them in and do like a rewatch with them, sadly. Plus I'm kind of glad that I have seen it, because the thought of trying to like blur out all those cocks would just... Like, I don't mind black sails or something that's got a few like pair of boobs. That I don't mind. But like doing scene upon scene upon scene of cock, not for me. Now, as far as Rick and Morty, okay, 1, I've never seen it. 2, I know everyone's doing Rick and Morty right now. I mean, maybe one day, like, I think I might get Brown Bear Henry. Like, I think I might get him to come in and do Rick and Morty with me, but I'm not too sure. I think he might have already seen, like, loads of the episodes, if not all of them. But you might never know. Who knows what's going to happen tomorrow. But yeah, man, one day. Okay, next question is from Miriam Barkley. I think that's how you pronounce it. Sorry if I'm wrong. I think Danny's got a Cersei spy. Her camp, do you agree? In her camp, do you agree? Possibly. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, at first, like for a while, I thought it was going to be Varys, but she kind of called him out on it last season. But I think because we're coming close to like the end game now, well, we're actually at the end game now, the final season. I think they just focused on just telling the story instead of like setting up betrayal and this and that. We've already established who are the good guys, who are the bad guys, who we love, who we like, who we dislike, who we want to see dead. We've already established all of this stuff. I don't think there's going to be enough time to have people turning on each other and betrayal. Apart from Cersei. Cersei's got her mind set on what to do. But as far as like somebody turning on Khaleesi and it, like, I can't really see it happening. If it does happen, it's going to be a final end game thing that's going to completely fuck up everything. And they haven't set anything like that going yet. Apart from Cersei, who basically said that she's not going to help fight against the White Walkers and stuff, but we've already kind of established that. But I mean, like, if it's going to be something big, it's going to be something big. Like, I don't know, Tyrion turning on Dany. Like, I can't see it happening, though. But yeah, I think we're too close to the end game now for them to start adding more layers and shit. So I can't really see it happening. Not now. All right, next question is from that one dude. Congrats on 10k subscribers, Sith. Love your Vikings reactions, bro. Question: since you're a Star Wars fan, will you react to Rebels when it comes back? It'll be interesting to get your reaction to it. Okay, here's the thing about Rebels. I've been planning it now for a long time to do Rebels, because I haven't seen it all. I started watching it when it first came out, you know, season 1, episode 1, and I liked it, but at the same time, I didn't really like the art style and the choices what they made, like with the character designs and stuff. It's like the same reason why I couldn't really get into the Clone Wars, because it just felt like it's just made for kids. You know what I mean? I couldn't really get into it properly. I started watching it, and a little bit like Fargo, like I said earlier, like I started watching it, then I missed episodes, and then I came back and watched 1 or 2 more, then I missed some more. Like, I know like who's who, I know like the storyline and how Ezra has been training to be a Jedi and everything. Like, I know the concept of the show, I just haven't really sat and watched every episode, you know what I mean? So the question is, if I do Rebels, I don't think I could just start at the start of season 3. I don't think it would be right, because I would have too many questions, you know, because I haven't seen the whole show yet. So if I was to do Rebels, I would have to go back to episode 1 of season 1 and go through them all. But then the question is, what happens when I come across an episode that I've already seen? Do I continue on reacting to it, or do I just skip it? I don't know. We'll see. Like, right now my schedule is a little bit up in the air with stuff, but Rebels is definitely on my list of shows. This is how serious I was about doing Rebels. Like, I think it was it's a couple of months ago now. I created a backdrop and getting like an intro ready and like an outro ready and everything. Like, yeah, I kind of got it all set up and ready, thinking, okay, I'm going to start doing Rebels soon, and just haven't got around to it, man. So Rebels is on my list of shows. Don't worry, it will happen one day, man. It's just, how do I do it? Oh, how about this? You guys comment down below and let me know what you guys would want. You know, would you guys be cool if I skipped episodes? You know, the ones that I've already seen, I skipped them. Or like, would you rather I just sat and like rewatched it and we just hanged out together watching them together? Like, I don't know. Comment down below, let me know. And we'll see what happens in the future, man. All right, next question is from Abdul Salim. You are awesome, dude. Thank you. How many shows can you react to in 1 week? 2, what are the best shows that you've already watched that you didn't react to? And 3, name your top 3 movies. Okay, going from 3 to 1. Top 3 movies: Empire Strikes Back, A New Hope, Return of the Jedi. Come on, man. You don't even need to ask. 2, what's the best shows that you've already watched but didn't react to? God, man, that list will be fucking endless. Breaking Bad, Battlestar Galactica, fucking love that show. The Big Bang Theory, Angel, the Buffy the Vampire Slayer spin-off series. The first 2 seasons, well, the first 2-3 seasons of CSI, the original CSI, I used to love that show, man. Scrubs. Oh my God, I used to love Scrubs so much, man. Dr. Cox is my favorite. Spartacus as well, like I said earlier, was an amazing show. The first couple of seasons of 24, I really did like, and then like always, I just kind of stopped watching it and missed too many episodes. And there's so many shows, man. There's so many shows, and I'm sure that there's some that I'm missing, and I'm just not thinking. But and then question 1: how many shows can you react to in 1 week? Really, that just kind of comes down to like how much time do I have free every week. Right now, I'm busy working. I've also got like a 15-year-old kid living with me at the moment, my nephew. Him and his mom don't really get on a lot, and so he's living with me at the moment. It's a long story. So if I'm not busy working, I'm busy looking after him. But in like an ideal world, Like, let's say, for example, kind of like dreams came true or whatnot, and YouTube became my main job, and Patreon was doing well and everything. I could film and edit a brand new video every day. And like last year, I was doing it with Vikings. And with most of them, there were 2-parters. So I was basically making 2 videos. You know, I had them like rendering out on 2 different laptops. You know what I mean? So, like, it's just having time free. If I got the time free, I can make content. I can get stuff up quick. But yeah, if I could, I would be uploading it like every day, man. But yeah, right now I need to sort out like a new schedule, because like right now I just film, I edit, then I upload it within 24 hours. And if something happens, like it does in life, stuff does happen, and I end up falling behind, and next thing I know, it's 4:30 in the morning and I'm still editing a video so you guys get it the next day, you know. And that's no way to kind of live life, you know what I mean? So I've noticed that like a lot of other channels, that like they will binge watch a show and just film like 3-4 episodes, and then they can edit in their own time. So I need to start switching up my little process or something. I don't know, but yeah, long-winded answers. Alright, next question is from Subski117. I'm hoping you're a Halo fan. And question is, what inspired you to create a YouTube video in the first place? Also, if you had to choose between The Wire and Game of Thrones, which would you choose? Also, huge congratulations on getting 10k subscribers, man. Thank you. Okay, well, first off, The Wire and Game of Thrones. I'm gonna say Game of Thrones because I've never really seen The Wire. Now watch all the comments saying, "Oh my God, react to The Wire." As far as like what made me get into YouTube or create my first YouTube video, okay, this is going to be a bit of a long-winded answer, and I think I've said this in the past, so I'll try and keep it short. Originally, I wanted to do gaming videos. Back when YouTube was in its very early days, like when people was uploading videos of them at the zoo, or you had people like just sat in their bedrooms just talking to a webcam and going off on long rants and tangents, and back in the days of Bohem and Reneto and, you know, the early days of YouTube, there wasn't really any kind of like let's plays or really gaming videos. Like there was a few montages of like Halo 2 or something, but there wasn't really like real like channels dedicated to like people just playing games and just hanging out and stuff. And I remembered like I saw this thing on TV like here in the UK back in the 90s, back when I was like 11, 12 years old. There was a show called Bad Influence, and they it was basically like a video game show where they like reviewed games and stuff. And they was like reviewing a game called Joe and Mac for the SNES. And this kid was reviewing it, and he sat there in front of a green screen playing the game, and they put the game in the background. And it looked amazing. And being a creative person, I thought it just blew my mind because I loved it. I thought it just looked absolutely amazing. And also, little side story, I really love that game. I remember calling my mum into the room, like, "Mum, can you please buy me this game for Christmas?" and everything. And she ended up buying it me for Christmas and everything. I've still got the cartridge. Hold up. Yeah, look. Still got the cartridge for Joe and Mac. I love that game, man. Anyway, jump forward many years. I'm watching YouTube videos. I'm thinking like, I want to create YouTube videos, man. Like, I want to do it different. I want to stand out. And the only thing that I thought about was this setup. You know, someone sat at kind of like an angle to the camera, and he sat there and he's playing the game and he's got the screen in the background. It just felt to me like he sat on one side of the room, I'm sat on the other, and we're hanging out watching the TV together, and we're playing it in like this virtual type of space thing. So that's where the original idea came from for my setup. A very long-winded answer, but that's where I got the idea from for all of this. The whole presentation and everything. And originally it was just meant to be gaming videos. But like, I didn't really start doing it like serious until I came out of like a long-term relationship that ended badly, and and everything. And I thought, you know what? I'm not doing nothing with my life. If I'm gonna do this, I've got to do it 110%. No half-ass. I'll do it on the weekends. I've got to do it. I started playing around with cameras and lighting equipment. I used to buy like bed sheets that were like different tones of green, and like man, I worked so hard on trying to get my setup done. And just like over time, like my quality got better and better and better. I upgraded the camera, and it just got to the point where things started looking really, really nice. But the only problem was I couldn't do it live. I would need like a beast of a PC, and right now like the laptops that I have ain't nowhere near good enough. But because I had this setup, I thought I want to create content. But the only way that I could generate content was do it all in post-production. It means like I would have to use a Elgato capture card to record the gameplay, put it all in, chroma key and set it all up, and then render out the videos that way. Like right now, with my current setup, trying to render out a 15 to 20 minute video takes about 4 to 5 hours, if I'm lucky, if I don't touch the laptop at all. And that's my best one, the 8 gigs of RAM. The other laptop's got 4 gigs of RAM, and I don't even use that to edit. I just use that to render overnight. I don't touch it. Takes almost about 7 hours to render on that one. But the one that I use now, like, it gets done in a couple of hours. And like I said, that's like a 15, 20 minute video. The thought of like filming for a couple of hours and then putting together like 4 or 5 videos that are 45 minutes long of me playing through a campaign, it blows my mind. I think my laptop would die before I could finish rendering those out. So I started leaning more towards reaction videos, doing trailers and so forth. And next thing I know, I'm here with 11k subscribers, and yeah. Long-winded answers, man. I ramble. But yeah, to kind of like really answer your question, what really inspired me was just YouTube. You know, this platform of being able to create content. It really is a amazing platform for people to express themselves and have a stage to put themselves out there. You know what I mean? For somebody creative like me, this is amazing. You know what I mean? All right, next question is from James Quinn, and he says, congrats on reaching 10k, and a question: what's your favorite video game series, and would you ever do game trailer reaction videos? Thank you. This is a bit awkward. I do have a gaming channel. It's called Dark Image Games. Anything that's gaming related is on that channel. I'll put a link in the description below. For like 2 years in a row on E3, I did all the press conferences and everything. So if you want to go and check it out, you can. As far as what's my favorite video game series, it's a toss-up between Halo and Gears of War. But I would say closely followed by like Call of Duty. But Call of Duty is more to do with the gameplay. Like Call of Duty 2 was an amazing game. The Modern Warfare series, the storyline was absolutely amazing. But in a whole, Gears of War and Halo is probably my best favorite games of all time, man. Alright, next question is Sean VG. Favorite band, movie, TV show? God, I could sit here probably for like the next 2 hours, man, rambling on about this. Okay, music-wise, I'm big into like hip-hop, but 90s hip-hop, man. Modern day stuff to me just don't work, man. So like your Tupac, your Biggies, Wu-Tang, DMX, you know, all the old school stuff, like that's what I listen to. But like as far as like new music, like modern day type of music, I only really listen to Tech Nine, Diane Wood, and 21 Pilots. I don't really listen to like anything else, especially like mainstream. I turn a complete blind eye to it. Movie, it's probably gonna have to be Empire Strikes Back, closely followed by A New Hope. But there's so many movies, man, that I love. It's kind of hard for me to sit there and really go over them all. As far as TV shows, Vikings, Game of Thrones, Battlestar Galactica will always be one that was high on the list for me. Angel, the spin-off series, Breaking Bad. Absolutely loved Breaking Bad when it first came out. I don't know, like I said at the start, I'm a Gemini. I find it really hard to like narrow down one specific thing. It really is hard. All right, next question. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that name. As a huge Star Wars fan, have you ever read any of the Expanded Universe novels? If so, which ones are your favorite? Also, any particular Star Wars games you like the most? Cheers on hitting 10k, very well deserved. You're probably one of the most authentic reactors on YouTube, and you never fail to have insightful comments about the shows. Thank you. As far as the Expanded Universe, I've delved into little bits here and there. Like, to be honest, I think the reason why I haven't really got big into the Expanded Universe is because there's so many stories. It's a bit daunting, like when you look at it, like how many novels there are and how many books and how many stories. It's just like I don't know. Like, you guys comment down below, like which ones would you recommend? I do know some. Like I said, I know General Thorne, The Shadow of the Empire, the series of like Dark Horse comics that came out years ago in the 90s. I don't know. Let me know which ones to check out and I'll go and check them out, man. Alright, next question is from Randy Andy Show, a good friend of the channel. Go check him out. Like, I can't advertise this guy enough. Like, I personally think he's got so much potential to become really big on YouTube. He just needs the right audience, so go check him out. And his question is, how do you keep yourself motivated to continue YouTube? Also, do you ever think of doing more on this channel, such as short films, vlogs, or something along those lines, as a regular thing or just every now and then? I've seen you do a song once. Can't remember what channel, so just interested about that. And yeah, do you think, what do you think of the Nightfall trailer? If you want to answer that. Okay, quickly, the Nightfall, I haven't seen it yet. I know it's like, if it's what I'm thinking of, it's some new series on the History Channel. I haven't seen nothing of it yet, so I don't know. Oh, at least I don't think I've watched anything. As far as like being motivated, like, you have those good days and you have those bad days. When you spend 6, 7, 8 hours filming and editing, and then it renders, and then it takes 4 or 5 hours to render, and then you have this video, you watch it, you kind of like proof watch it, it's all okay, you upload it, and then within 20 minutes of it being uploaded, it's copyright claimed. Or even worse, it gets blocked. I don't even mind if they get copyright claimed anymore. It sucks. It's a kick in the balls, yes. But when they get blocked, or when like just, it kills your spirit. I'm not gonna lie. So to stay motivated, it is hard. I have my ups and downs. I think like most people, there's days when I just think, fuck it, I can't be bothered. But then I read comments, I read messages on Twitter and stuff like that. That kind of gets me going. You know what I mean? It's like, the only way I can kind of like describe it, it's like tattoos, right? If you've never got a tattoo, you will never understand what I'm saying. But when you get it, like you sit there, you're going through the pain, and like you're going through it, and it's done. The tattooist like wipes it down, wraps it up, and like you have like this kind of like adrenaline rush, like, oh my God, I want another one. Like, I've literally, like, while I was having this done, I was like planning in my mind how I'm going to have my sleeve on this arm and what piece I'm going to have on my back, and I'm planning it while I'm still getting tattooed. It's like a drug. It's like you need to do it again. And it's very similar to like when I upload a video, and like the first 12 hours, as long as it don't get claimed or anything, but when I first upload that video, I'm constantly watching the comments. I'm refreshing my Creator Studio page over and over again and watching the views. It's this like, that's what keeps me motivated, is seeing the success. All the comments I get, from negative, positive, I don't get many negative, but just seeing people enjoying my content makes me want to make more, basically. But like I said, I have my good days and I have my bad days. There are days when I literally sit there and I think, fuck it, what's the point? Well, it's happened like a few times this year. Especially like when Black Sail started getting claimed. Like, I know like episode 1 apparently is blocked at the minute. I need to try and get that off the site and re-edit it and upload it at some point. But the last time it happened really, really big was at the start of the year. I was coming to the end of Vikings, and as like some of you may know, I did like this epic kind of like speed run through the whole Vikings show. I started on like the 1st of November. There was days I missed and then days I uploaded to, and just try to get as many done as I can. I slaved away. I was editing at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning sometimes, trying to get videos done. I put everything into all these videos. All that work for like 2 months or so. I'd finally caught up. I was on like, I think I was on like episode 17, 18. I was on the brand new episodes, and I got an email saying that 3 videos had been copyright claimed by MGM. So I checked it, and they were like going back to like season 1 and season 2. I'm thinking, oh, that sucks. Shit. Oh well, at least I ain't been blocked. And then I went to sleep, woke up the next morning, and every video had been copyright claimed. Every single one of them. Overnight. Every one of them. And then when I did episode 19 and then episode 20, within 24 hours of me uploading that video, they got copyright claimed. I didn't really show it, but when I finished Vikings, I was like this close to just giving up YouTube. I'm not even gonna lie. I thought I've spent 2 months slaving away on doing all these videos, and where's it got me? I was fuming. The first couple of nights after, I got drunk really badly. I'm not gonna lie. My motivation was just gone. It killed me, man. But like I said, reading the comments got me excited to bring out new content again, and you know, start moving on to different stuff and other videos. And at the end of the day, like I said at the start of this video, it's like the nature of the beast. It's reaction videos. I'm using other people's content. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Take it and move along. You know what I mean? I'm just thankful, touch wood, that they haven't been like blocked worldwide or anything, because I know like other channels like OM Reactions, these 2 girls are absolutely amazing, and like I feel bad for them because they keep having videos blocked. You know what I mean? And like I like, here I am moaning about how my videos have been copyright claimed and I can't make revenue off them, but at least you can still watch mine. You know what I mean? These 2 amazing women are like struggling to get their fucking videos even watched. But yeah, like, you guys, man, you guys are the reason I keep on doing it. Seriously. It's like I'm in this now, and even though I've got 10,000 subscribers, and in the big grand scheme of YouTube, and there's channels that are generating millions upon millions, 10,000 ain't a lot, but to me it is. I never thought in a million years I would get double figures, and now I have, and I kind of feel like I'm in this now, so I can't really back out now. You know what I mean? Plus, I love all your like comments and everything. Like, that's my motivation, is you guys. As far as like doing other content and stuff, oh man, I have so many plans. It wouldn't necessarily be on this channel, it would be on my Darker Image Studio channel. Like, just as like one thing, Brown Bear Henry, the guy that I do the Defenders show with, he's got his own story with his own characters and everything, and I've said to him, like, we could turn it into like a little web series, but you need to rewrite it in like a format of like a show type of thing, you know, like read scripts, and like if you want to go down the road of writing, like, then that's the way to do it, is look what other people have done and try and emulate it, but then add your own thing and add your own story and everything. So that's what he's kind of doing now. But as far as me, like, of course I've got a lot of my own ideas and storylines and stuff. Like, if I was to do like my own TV show, like, come on, you know that shit would be fucking complex. Like, I would be planting seeds in season 1 that wouldn't start blossoming until season 4, you know what I mean? Like, if you think Westworld is complex, woo! No, like of course I wouldn't be that bad with it, but no, I've got my own ideas, I've got my own things. yeah, like my mind as far as future content is like, I would love to do shit, man. I really, really would. It's just having the means and the funds and the people around you to actually do it. You know what I mean? Because like everyone's got pipe dreams, but the hard part is making those pipe dreams a reality. You know what I mean? Shit. One day, man. Hopefully one day. All right, next question is from Just Swatch. Love you, channel Sith. My question is, who are your top 3 favorite characters in TV series? Ragnar. No, no. First and foremost is Ragnar, 100%. The acting that Travis did with just, like, honestly, I think it's going to take a hell of a lot for somebody to beat Ragnar as a character. Just absolutely amazing, man. Absolutely amazing. Just the character arc from farmer to an earl to a king to this old man who has become a little bit tired and weary, like he doesn't have the passion anymore to go out and do things. And then the way that he, like, just everything about Ragnar to me is just absolutely amazing. The way that Travis portrayed it, the speeches, just everything to me is just absolutely outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. So Ragnar definitely number 1. Honestly, I think second would have to be Mr. White from Breaking Bad. Simply because he too had this amazing character arc. Like, he went from this like very like timid, shy guy who wouldn't say boo to a ghost to fucking, you know what I mean? This fucking drug lord beast of a guy. Like, that character arc, man, just amazing. Absolutely amazing. I don't know, man. There's so many good, decent characters. Fuck. Dr. Cox from Scrubs. I know it was a comedy show and everything, but I think Dr. Cox was probably one of the most truest characters on the whole entire show. Simply because he was this kind of broke, damaged guy doing everything he can to help other people. You know what I mean? And that's what I loved about him. I really, really loved Dr. Cox. Like, there was that one episode, oh my God, God, the guy from the Mummy movie, is it Brandon? I want to say Brandon Fraser, but I'm not sure if I got that right. It's the one with him, because he played like his brother-in-law or something, and he had come to the hospital to get like some tests done, and he was going around taking pictures. But like, it was revealed right at the end that, like, spoilers if you ain't seen it, but it was like revealed right at the end that he had passed away. Like, oh man, I wept like a baby at the end of that episode, man. I love Dr. Cox, man. He's a tremendous character. All right, next question is, what do you like more, Vikings or Game of Thrones? I think I've brought this up in the past. I prefer Vikings, basically. Game of Thrones is a great show. Like, it could be regarded as one of the greatest TV shows of all time. But the reason why Vikings kind of like outdoes it just a tiny bit, not too much, just like a little bit, is simply because of the way that the show's structured. Game of Thrones is a fantasy. It's a fantasy story where technically the writers could just make it up as they go along. Yeah, they might have some type of an idea where the end game is, but they can just make it up as they go along. Like, they could add things here and there, that like they could make things as big and as elaborate as they wanted. Big dragons, woo woo, and all these other things to tell a great story, and that's fine. But Vikings is set in reality. You know, like, there's certain key points throughout history that Michael Hirst is, I say, he's kind of restricted by. Okay, I've got to be very careful here because I don't want to say too much in case of spoilers, because I don't know who's watching, but I think Michael Hirst is restricted because there's certain key points throughout history that he has to kind of stick to. He can't go beyond it and just go down the road of being like a fantasy story and make it up as he kind of goes along. He can't do that. He has to stick on this path. You know what I mean? And when you look at the show that he's created while he's stuck on this path, if you ask me, is 10 times better. It's harder to create a story when you're limited by how far it can go. It's harder to do that than just, oh, I'm going to make it up as I go along. If you see what I mean. You know, Game of Thrones is a great show, but it doesn't have any limitations. You know, while Vikings, it does have limitations, but the fact that it still has a great show in between those like limitations and specific key points throughout history that Michael Hirst has to hit, I think is tremendous. Absolutely tremendous what he's done with that show. And that's why I think Vikings tips over and becomes a better show as far as I'm concerned. Because it's more based in reality than a fantasy world. You see what I'm saying? Like, no joke, I have literally spent the last 30 minutes trying to, like, give a good answer to that question without rambling. I hope you get what I mean, man. Alright, next question is from Jolene Suggs. She says, yay, congratulations on 10k subs. You got such a great reaction channel. Awesome job. Thank you. She goes, my question is, has there been a series that you started reactions vids for and lost interest or got bored with? If so, which series? That's a good question. I don't think I've actually got bored with any show. I think I've got pretty lucky, touch wood, that every show that I've done, I've generally been like interested in it. I think Taboo, like right at the start, because there were so many characters, it was like I weren't too sure if it was supernatural or this and that. Like I couldn't get into the right frame of mind for it. And like I think I said it in one of the episodes that I had to go back and re-watch like the first few episodes because I felt like things was kind of going over my head. I just felt like I was a bit lost watching like the episodes, and I just felt like I had to go back and re-watch just to make sure that I haven't missed any bits of key information and stuff, you know. But apart from that, I don't think I've ever really got bored with a show. But yeah, to answer your question, there hasn't really been any show that I've lost interest in or got bored with. Luckily, I fell in love with every show I've watched. So, alright, next question is from Lord Peanut II. Hey Sith, order from best to worst. Okay, like I said earlier, I haven't really got that deep into the expanded universe. Like the ones that I know of and the ones that I like. But of course, like from the movies, you got Darth Vader, Palpatine, Darth Sidious, of course, because he created the whole fucking empire and everything. Darth Plagueis the Wise, I think, sounds like a real interesting character. I really hope he turns out to be Snoke, or like we just find out more about Darth Plagueis. I think he sounds like a real cool character. I know you got him on the list, Darth Raven. He's the one who, he was both, weren't he? It was a Sith and a Jedi. He was kind of torn in the, like, there was some story about how like his memory got like erased or something, and the Jedi trained him, right? Or was that someone else? I'm sure that was Darth Raven, because he had a friend. I can't think of his name. It started with an M. I'm sure it started with an M. Was it Darth Malak? There are some real beastie Siths, like fucking Darth Bane. I want to know more about Darth Bane. You know what I mean? Like there was one as well. He's not on the list. Darth Nihilus, another badass one, man. I tell you, man, like once they're finished with this new saga, the sequel trilogy, let's do some standalone movies, man. Let's go back to the days of the old Republic. Let's show some beastie Siths, but I also want to have like standalone movies. Go deeper into like the Sith Order, and oh man, it'd be so fucking cool if they do that. Explore the dark side, man. Alright, next question is from PC Gaming. Congrats on reaching 10k, thoroughly deserved. How much has YouTube had any effect on your life? What are you looking forward to the most in Vikings Season 5? And what do you want to happen? What are your most anticipated up-and-coming games / movies? Onwards to 20k. Right. Okay, as far as my most anticipated up-and-coming movies and games, I'm really looking forward to that Battlefront 2, man. I really cannot wait for that game to drop. As far as movies, of course, you've got The Last Jedi. I was really looking forward to Stephen King's It, but I haven't got around to watching it yet. A friend of mine said that he could get like a perfect copy, so I'm kind of waiting on him. And when he gets it, I might do like a reaction, a full-blown live, well not live, but like a full unedited reaction to the whole movie. I don't know. Goes back to what I was saying earlier about like unedited reactions and shit. Like I don't know, but yeah, Stephen King's It, Ready Player One. That, like, as soon as I watched that trailer, it popped up on my radar, and now like I'm hearing things left and right about it, and I'm really getting eager to watch that movie. Of course, next year there's the Han Solo movie. I'm really interested in seeing where they're gonna go with that, and of course, like Marvel, man, the Infinity War. I swear to God, I am so pumped for the Infinity War, man. Really, really excited. We got Thor Ragnarok, Black Panther. There's so many good movies coming, man. So many good movies. Another one that I don't think has gotten like a lot of attention yet, but I'm pretty sure it will when like trailers get dropping, is the live action Battle Angel Alita. Now, I've watched, I think there's like 2 animated like movies or like episodes. I've seen the first one, I haven't seen the second, but I saw like the first one years ago. I used to draw like the art style from Battle Angel Alita, like the way that they would do the eyes and stuff. I used to try and copy that so much, man. So I'm really looking forward to the live action movie. They kind of buggered up Ghost in the Shell, and I'm really hoping that they're learning from that and it's going to pay off in Battle Angel Alita. Like, I really, really am pumped for that fucking movie. Okay, as far as Vikings Season 5, I'm just looking forward to seeing Ivor grow as a character. And Uber as well. I really want to see Uber grow. Like, Uber to me, like you know how in I think it was season 2, season 3, when we got to see grown up Bjorn. You know what I mean? He's this big brick of a guy. Like, and like I said, I think they kind of messed up with the casting. He looks a bit too old and everything. But of course, I was wrong. He's become a fucking beast. Bjorn is a fucking beast right now. I want to see Uber kind of go through that stage. Like right now, Uber is very like young, fresh-faced. Like, I think Uber needs to go out into the fucking wild and kill a bear and like he needs to become that rugged beast of a man, and like I can't wait to see his character grow and change. Same as Fixit as well. But like, I'm really like Ivor. I'm really eager to see Ivor grow as a character, man. I really, really am. And what do I want to happen? I don't want to see Lagatha die. We need to keep her in the show as long as possible. It will happen though. I know it will happen, because like if you look at the age, like her character must be getting a bit old now. You know what I mean? I'm surprised that they haven't put like strands of white in like her hair to make it look like she is starting to get a bit older now. But it's but it is gonna happen at some point, sadly. I don't want it to though, man. How much has YouTube had an effect on your life? You know what? I'm going to leave that question until later. I think that will be the last one, and we'll wrap up on that one. Yeah. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of like people like requesting shows. Everything from Sons of Anarchy to The Last Kingdom, Rick and Morty. Spartacus keeps coming up over and over again. I have shows planned, very similar to what I said earlier about how like the Rebels, I did like a background and like an intro sequence and stuff. I've actually done that for quite a few different shows, and like I'm like, I've got to get these done. Like I said earlier, like I need to kind of change the way that I film. Instead of just filming, editing and uploading, I need to just sit here one day and just binge watch a whole load of things. That's what I'm going to start doing. Like, I think over like the next few days, I'm just going to sit here and just binge watch season 3 of Black Sails, season 1 and season 2 of Peaky Blinders, and then just edit those as many as I can so they're scheduled for like the next couple of weeks, and then just move on to other shows and just start knocking out content like crazy. There are shows that I do plan, and I want to kind of like surprise you guys like when I drop it, because like Peaky Blinders, nobody knew that was coming. So like when I dropped it and seeing people's like comments and stuff, and like people freaking out like, oh, Peaky fucking Blinders, I really can't wait to like drop the next thing. I do have stuff planned, plus we've got the build up to Vikings, man. I've got something planned. I've got something coming, trust me. There's a build up for Vikings. Whew, you just wait, man. Yeah, I got content coming, man. Just, yeah. I think that's it. I think I might have like gone past 1 or 2 questions, but generally I think I've hit all the ones I wanted to hit. Yeah, so I'm going to go back to PC Gaming's final question. How much has YouTube had an effect on your life? I'm going to be honest, this is probably like the 3rd time I've tried to answer this question. Simply because I go off on like long, like fucking monologues or whatever, and I kind of forget where I'm going and everything. But YouTube has had real big impacts on my life, probably more than you probably know. I've said this on every single channel update I've ever done, where I've hit like 500 subs, 1,000 subs, 5,000 subs. Every time I've made some type of video, I've always said the same thing, and I mean it 110%. It doesn't matter how great my layout looks. It doesn't matter how smart or funny I am. It doesn't matter how creative I am explaining things or the way I analyze things. It doesn't matter how great my videos are. My content means nothing without you guys. Seriously, because without you, this is just another random video on YouTube. You know what I mean? So YouTube has affected me because it's given me a platform to express my creativity, and hopefully one day I will be able to express it a lot more through short stories and other things. And maybe I might go back into making music and making videos for those songs or whatever. But YouTube has given me this platform. But beyond YouTube, the interaction that I have with you guys has had more of an impact than just this website. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh my God. I think that's it, man. My voice is breaking and everything. I can't. I think we've reached the end. Very long Q&A, man. I think we're going to do these a bit more often because like I've left it for so long. There were so many questions. Plus it don't help with the fact that I ramble. Yeah. Stranger Things is coming soon. Vikings is coming soon. Black Sails will be back on the channel in no time. Peaky Blinders will be back up on the channel in no time. I need to get Defenders sorted as well. Gotham should return again soon. Cookie Monsters trying to sort out something with work and everything. Woo! That's going to be it. I really appreciate all you guys. And those of you who have stuck around until the end, I really appreciate it, man. I really, really do. So, yeah. Give this video a thumb up if you like it. Comment down below, let me know what you think. And subscribe if you haven't already, man. Alright? I've been SiTHFuRioN. We're on now to 20k. I'll catch you all in the next one, man.